and I'm all out of ball. If you want to be a wise guy, you can do it anyway. If you want to be a strong man, you can do it anyway. If you want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it anyway. You can't do it anymore. The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what the Rock is cooking,
Beat me if you can. Survive if I let you.
I'm figuring and thinking that nothing's gonna stop my soul man Randy Savage now. I'm the man. I'm the icon. And yes, you can't bow. I am God.
The number one show on the net, the leads in the best in your head like Goldberg Nets. For the punks and the perverts, that'll work for Terry Funk and Not Baker. Check is man and Barbie, they got the cheap heat, so sit back and have a seat. They got questions from the fans, in your head is the band from Australia to Japan.
Jake down the road, oh shit, man. Back goes up to Mississippi.
We are bigger. We are faster. And we are all night long. All you idiots, livers and fools, be sure and tune in and listen to this show.
www.inyourheadonline.com.
All right, and we're live here once again at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I'm the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all of podcasting, Nasty Neal.
And I'm the artist formerly known as the Flea. I am Terrible Troy.
Boom. Yeah, I put Flea in the description here, but
Nice.
Flea is also retired. So we Nasty Neal, Terrible Troy. You can also check us out on Without Your Head live Thursdays.
Always
And we
a
are
good time.
here for In Your Head. So we had some technical difficulties this week, but we are back and things are working better than ever. So
We're back and better than ever.
got the knack for making things better. I think, did they say better twice? Do they rhyme better with better?
Probably.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, even when I write my dumbass songs, I try not to do that. When you write, you can't. So when I wrote the masterpiece, "Piss in Your Face,"
Piss in your face. Piss in your face.
right? The next line wasn't "face again." It's, you
Oh,
you get
okay.
Grace and race and chase
All over the place.
exactly pissing all over the place. Yeah, that's how we go. So a lot of wrestling this week, Troy. We had
Oh, hell yeah.
AEW Dynasty, AEW Dynamite. There's also Raw. There's SmackDown. There's the Hall of Fame last night. Though I did not see all of that, but I did see Dynasty. And
I did too.
All right.
I didn't
So
see
what-
any of the Hall of Fame or what was the other thing?
Raw and SmackDown.
All right, I didn't see those.
I did not either. Now, I actually didn't even realize the Hall of Fame was on until I saw some photos on YouTube, and it's or on Facebook. But it's not like I host a wrestling podcast for
Yeah.
20-something years. It's not like I should. But I was in Boston yesterday. But I did find out that Xfinity, for a while, it was if you had ESPN on your cable, you got ESPN Unlimited, whatever the hell their app was, for free, except for like very few platforms, including Xfinity.
Oh,
But Xfinity changed that, and now I do have ESPN Plus for free, so I can watch
okay.
WrestleMania this week.
I guess that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't watch WWE TV, so am I really that pumped? Was I that interested enough to pay $30? Probably not. Definitely not to watch your other pay-per-views. But now that I already have it, will I watch WrestleMania? Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, WrestleMania is like, kind of just
Mania and the
name
Rumble.
value,
Yeah. I don't think the cards. Well, the thing, it's weird because so many of the people who watch a show, they like hate the card. But I don't watch the show, so I'm like, I don't know. The card seems all right, but we'll go over it. But right now, we're going to go over Dynasty from last Sunday.
Yes.
So I did miss the pre-show. I don't know if you saw the pre-show.
Yeah, it was.
the
Started off with Shafir against
Alex Windsor.
Yeah, it was okay. Like it was a decent match.
Yeah,
I think Shafir's gotten much better than she was, when she first started.
Yeah, I actually think they did a disservice to Shafir having her on TV right from the get-go.
Yeah.
I think she should have been kept out, or at least kept out of the ring until she was like decent, because she has star power to her. She's big. There's a lot of potential there, and now she's actually decent. I wouldn't say she's good or nothing, but she's good enough to get by. Plus, she has a lot of these intangibles that other people don't.
Yeah, yep, and her finisher's real good, and like her move set, like all looks like it would hurt somebody.
Yeah, and it's different. So, it's different,
yeah.
Which I like. I don't really see anything in Alex Windsor, I have to say. I didn't see this match, Joe. But.
Yeah, it was okay. Like I said, it wasn't anything great.
She came out, I think it was on Dynamite, to like just to like no reaction whatsoever.
Yeah, that's kind of her thing. Like she's who's the other British chick there? Like Hater. That's her buddy, I guess. So.
Oh yeah, and Hater used to be super over, but I think something, I don't know. Ever since she came back, it's just not there anymore.
Yeah, I think maybe it's like just a different group of people around, and like there's a lot more interesting people. Like I still like Jamie Hader.
Yeah, I agree.
She's like not really that upper echelon person.
No, because it's like she's way. It's a huge drop off from her and like timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah. Yep.
Which unfortunately is going to be out for the rest of the year. There are rumors that maybe she's pregnant, but I think a lot of it's based around that it's 9 months. But who knows? I don't know. Camille defeated Big Ann. Who the hell's Big Ann?
that was kind of a squash match. I had never seen Big Ann before, and like I'm not a huge Camille fan.
No, I think she's kind of rotten.
That was my go make coffee match. So
I think the era of like you're just big, like, and she's not even like a giant, honestly, Camille. But the era of just being big is enough. It's been long gone for a long time.
Oh yeah. I think like like everybody likes to reminisce about like China, but if she was around now, would she really be like the it thing? Like who knows? But I can't see it.
No, and at least I will say China definitely had more of a look than Camille.
Oh yeah,
like Camille's pretty, but she like looks just lost anytime she's out there. And she's not even. She's big, but she's not like a giant.
Yep. And for someone that's been there for years and years, like I know she was in the NWA.
She's rotten.
For a long time, and like she hasn't gotten any better at all.
No, and we'll talk a little bit more in Dynamite. And then Jack Perry defeated Mark Davis. Actually,
I liked that match. I thought that was a good match.
So is the thing about the national championship, and I like the look of the belt, and I like Jack Perry, but it's just not needed because they have so many belts already, and that title's never on the show. It's always in the pre-show or in a battle royal or something. So I think that alone kind of tells you like it's just when you already have like 4 or whatever singles titles, like you don't need another one.
No, it's just kind of a gimmick belt,
Maybe if it's
but I like the match. I thought the match was real solid.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. Mark Davis, the guy's improved a lot as well.
Oh yeah,
like he's always good in the ring, but I think he was given the shot. He's getting a lot of TV time, so he took the time to improve just like his look and some of his mannerisms and stuff. Same thing Big Bill did, and unfortunately Big Bill's never around. That would be a good just big man team. They used to do it. Yeah, Big Bill and Mark Davis, kind of like your LOD kind of team.
Yeah, yep. Oh, I'd definitely be down with that because they could like just give a bunch of power moves and real hard hitting stuff.
Yeah, and Mark Davis is a guy who can actually work with like smaller guys. So doesn't a Big Bill actually. So That would be good.
Yeah, it showed in this match too. It was kind of the classic, giant guy against a smaller guy. Like, just a feel good one. I liked it.
Our boy Oberstar Anthony, I almost called him Chobo. But this is Goosey. Hall of Fame was pretty good. Rodman was wasted.
That's a big surprise,
Yeah. Blue ball here. I believe that is the Lurker is in the chat. He's a good man. He is one of our producers here on the show. So shout out. Hit the like button, subscribe. And if you would like to help out the show, you can become a member. Starts only $3 a month, or you can become one of the producers here, like El Santos World, Brian Matthew Cluttar, and the Lurker. I think one of those people are no longer. So fuck that other guy. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Divine Dominion. Megan Bain and Lena Cross defeated Hyan and Maya World.
Yeah. Okay. I don't remember anything about that one. I might have been making popcorn during that one. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I'm not really sure either. I'm sure it was fantastic. But I do like Megan Bain. Again, though, this is for the AEW women. I like that team. AEW Women's World Championship, and it's on the pre-show.
Yeah.
I'm not
really
a fan
know
of
the other two women either.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of titles on the pre-show. I think that's what happens when you just have so many titles. It's like, well, we can't actually have them all on the show.
Yeah, it seems to lessen the value then. Like, hey, your title's not even good enough to make it to the regular show.
Yeah, and it's just like they're squeezing on the show somewhere. In fact, I think it would be better not to have it on the show at all.
Agreed.
The Young Bucks. So this is the actual show
now.
Main show now. The Young Bucks defeated the Don Callis family of Okada and Takeshita. So every time I start to think, I'm like, oh, the Young Bucks, like, been around a while, whatever. I don't really care anymore. Then they go out there and they do like tear the house down. So this was a fantastic match.
Yeah, this one was a banger, and like everybody did everything that you wanted. Right down to like Okada and Takeshita doing like that. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to kick you in the face on that one. I was aiming for that guy. Whoopsie.
Yeah, so it's a great match. It also builds to the eventual Okada Takeshita breakup and feud. I think it's good to give the Bucks a big win.
Yep,
get them back. Because the thing is, when AEW started, it was built around this core group of guys. You had Jericho as the established name, and then you had these guys, Cody, Omega, and the Young Bucks, and then
all the elite guys.
Yeah, and also you could put Hangman there, but those guys start to be. But those were like the core guys, and at the time, it's funny now because people try to put it out there that like they're EVPs and they just push themselves. But if you actually go back to the first year, the complaint by a lot of the people who actually follow these guys' careers. They didn't push those guys enough because Omega wasn't champ until like a couple years later, and the Young Bucks, weren't tag champs for a while either. In fact, FTR were tag champs before the Young Bucks, even though somebody out there with a tennis racket puts it out that the Young Bucks always goes over on these guys.
Yeah,
and then so my point was though, I always thought they really should have pushed both the Bucks and Omega really hard right from the beginning. And now we're years in, and I think we're, at the tail end of Kenny Omega's career. And I'm not saying that about the Bucks, but, the Bucks have been around longer than they're going to be around.
Yeah, they got more years behind them now,
So I think while you have those guys and they can still perform, I think you should really use them.
Oh, agreed, because you don't want to wait until they become the Hardy Boys and like they just can't do it anymore.
Right.
Then you're gonna make them tag champs for years. Like,
because I think I love Kenny Omega as a wrestler, but I don't think he really has that many big. I think he could still perform, but I don't think he has like the matches left in him where he can just be like the insane Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I mean, when you hit, what's he now, 40?
Yeah, it might be a little. Yeah, maybe.
And probably the Bucks are pushing that too, and wrestling that style, there's no way you can you're not going to see these guys like Sting and be wrestling in their 50s or 60s.
Yeah, Kenny Omega's 42. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Plus, injuries, diverticulitis. Yeah. Someone who had diverticulitis myself, and it was it took me years to recover. It took me like 5-6 years because I had a lot of different.
It's a life-changing thing,
Yeah, and I wasn't falling down, at least purposely. So, and after I had the surgery, like they told me I was not, I couldn't, do mechanical bull riding. I couldn't cliff dive. I couldn't play rugby. I couldn't cage fight. All these things, and for someone to get right back into that and take bumps. And I know they played up on the show, but I think as someone who's had experiences, it is reality.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then because I don't think he's really going to change his style. So
no,
if you're going to go balls to the wall every match and you do have all this laundry list of things that you've gone through, there's only so much time you have. I mean, granted, everybody's that way, but this guy, he's in his early 40s, and it's not like he's going to go out and, kind of sleepwalk.
No, and he could. I'm not maybe sleep, but he could tone his stuff down,
do the Okada thing.
Yeah, but then that blows. But I mean, Jericho, but Jericho changed his style up, but he still does the lion salt stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yep. He amazes me whenever I see him doing crazy big moves in his matches. And everything he does still looks as good as it ever did. It's pretty awesome, actually.
So, yeah, that was a great match. A great way to start the show, kick off the show.
Yeah.
We had Ricochet versus Jericho.
Oh, and the Bucks went over in that one. So
the Bucks went over.
Yeah.
Ricochet, one of the only two baby faces I think who won a match.
I know that was kind of the vibe of this show. It's don't give the audience what they're looking for on this.
And I remember when not the first, but the Moxley title reign when he was the Death Riders. It did mar the show because you always just felt bad at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just because it was a heel, he would kill people and it just made you feel bad. Because MJF going over not necessarily makes you feel bad, but I do think the overall, when you had everyone almost all your big baby faces lose, and then you have your main baby face or your main heel go over at the end, it does kind of feel like a bummer by the end.
Yeah, and it's not like the old days with Flair or something where there was that skin of the teeth. He just won, but the baby face should have won, kind of thing. That's a different thing.
And this was in Canada, and no Canadians won, which was kind of insane.
Oh, wow. That's almost like a WWE.
Yeah, I honestly think it's a mistake. So
yeah,
if you wanted MJF to win, which I have no problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rest you have to look at the whole card as a whole, not just individual matches. So if you're going to end with the heel beating a Canadian or the big baby face, especially Canadian, I think then you have to think, well, we have to have some really big feel-good moments for the Canadian crowd before that. So Jericho and Edge and Christian should go for at least one of them.
The predictions last week, and I liked your whole booking ideas, with if Edge and Christian, then you're talking, then you can have a feud with the Young Bucks going forward.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of really cool things that you haven't really seen before, and that should be a good time.
Yeah, in a weird way, even though that's a team that's been around for decades, there's more fresh matchups with them as champions than there are with FTR as champions.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, that's pretty much. I can't really think of any established team that hasn't fought FTR.
No, because on Wednesday when they were doing the promo and they're talking about being the Goliaths, which I thought was kind of funny since they're very short guys. But it was a good promo, I'll say. And I don't like Stokely, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then he just started naming off like all the teams, and I was like, I mean, they were like good wrestlers, but at the same time, I'm like, do I really care? Like, do I really think, like I really forgot even said like some of them were like really like kind of nothing teams. I'm like,
oh yeah. Yeah, like I don't think everybody's clamoring for jet speed against FTR.
Right. So Ricochet, and big surprise, did defeat Jericho.
Yeah, that was another one that like I don't really like, and it's cool. I'm glad they're pushing Ricochet and stuff, but I think with Jericho coming back, like I think it was just the smart move to have Jericho win.
Yeah, so I get the idea, like maybe fans think, oh, the guy's return, he's going to automatically go over. But the other thing, there's a lot of negatives to that to me, is like it probably I would think it probably is Jericho's last run. So I'd have him go over. Ricochet loses quite a bit. He's not like a super, like he's not like, it's not like Jericho came back and wrestled MJF.
Right.
He wrestled a guy who loses quite a bit. And I think it was a good opponent for him because it's a guy who can do a lot of cool stuff. And he's not like a job guy or anything. He's like
I thought the match itself was good.
Yeah.
Like every move was good.
And then adding in that it was in Canada and you were having all the other Canadians lose. I think Jericho really should have went over here.
Oh, without a doubt.
And then you could continue this. It doesn't have to be one and done.
Yep.
And then like, well, okay, the next match, Ricochet goes over.
Right.
If this wasn't in Canada, all those other things, I could see the idea Ricochet wins the first one, but Jericho comes out of the feud. The 3 or the 5 matches you do.
Yeah, if like this had been on like Dynamite,
right?
And and Ricochet would have won, and then Jericho gets it back in the pay-per-view, then I'd have no problem with that.
Yeah, because you could tell the story like, this is my last run. I realized now, like I got to step it up.
Yep.
I might have lost this. He doesn't have to put himself down, but these new guys, they're the Jerichos of the future, however you want to do it. And so anyway, it was still a good match. It was really, these guys worked really well together. I can never take anything away from Ricochet as a wrestler. There's just something about him I just don't really like.
Yeah, well, then when you see things behind the scenes, like you can really dislike the guy, but in the ring, like, and especially as a heel, I think like he's definitely like really good at that.
Yeah, he is, and I like the team with him. That's a team that I think should be in the tag picture. Like,
absolutely, I'd love to see them get the belts.
And I'm for the trios belts, even though there's so many belts, and that's a team like that should be vying for the trios belts.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Or they could just be the trios champions.
Yeah.
So then we had a Darby Allin versus Andrade El Idolo, and I said last week it's like both guys, like I don't know who you really put over which is good though because both guys are on have momentum behind them. And Darby's lost, some. So I was like, I think he should start winning stuff.
Yep.
I didn't know what was going to happen Wednesday. But also Andrade's on such a hot streak. Like,
oh my God, yeah. He might be like the hottest guy working anywhere right now. Like,
this is definitely, this is his best run.
Yeah. That was one of those things like, because he had gone for the New Japan World Belt like a month before they gave it to the Prince of Pace.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and it's nothing against him. I think he's super talented and like it's cool that he's got the belt now, but I think it would have made more sense to give it to Andrade because he's such like just hot right now, and like I don't think you're gonna find a time when he's like any more in the public eye than he is right now. So
Yeah,
I
this is
think
his
it would have
best
been
run.
better to give him the belt, at that time.
I wouldn't, but I get your point. But I think they have built Darby winning the belt, especially from MJF for years.
Oh
Or
yeah.
MJF.
Oh no,
was
I
like,
meant with the New Japan.
oh,
belt.
New Japan. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But this was another great match. And I was really against Andrade, them even bringing Andrade in, but
Same
he
here.
definitely proved me wrong. It's a combination of they've booked him better than anything I can remember since NXT, and him really running with it.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
I credit both the
Like
company and him.
physically, he's just in the best shape of his life, and like his matches are just fire. They've just been great lately.
Mhm. So yeah, this is great stuff. A huge Darby Allin fan.
Oh yeah.
I'll talk about this later, but it's weird that I've seen backlash to Darby, people saying like he's not over and stuff. It's like
No,
you cannot like him or whatever, but you can't make the argument the guy's not over. He's been over since day one.
The way things all worked out, like it's so great. I mean, it's just such a feel good thing,
Yeah, well, yeah, that was probably a good idea because it was kind of a feel bad pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Just like who wins and stuff. Like I thought it was a great show.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we had a feel good moment on Wednesday. FTR versus Cope and Cage for the tag titles, and I was against putting Cage and Copeland back together because Christian Cage has really reinvented himself, and I think his best singles run ever.
Tremendous.
But I love it together because they did a smart thing. They didn't like let's just pretend these guys are 20 years younger and do the same stuff. Like
and they love each other. They just
they're giving you the team of these guys of today.
Yeah, yep, which is so perfect.
Yeah, so I like that a lot, and they have history together. So and you don't really see that often. Like
no,
I don't know,
very rarely do you see things like that. Like maybe MJ. Well, it's even different than when MJF was with the guy with the ponytail,
Hangman.
No, that too. But when
Adam Cole, baby,
champs, yeah.
Because they didn't have
both of them were both kind of heelish, but MJF was the ultimate heel.
Yeah, and they didn't have they weren't together like decades before. As
right. So it's a little different, but but the same kind of dynamic, I think.
Yeah, where they didn't change the people, which I always think's a mistake when someone starts to get over as a heel, then they make him a baby face, which I think is smart.
Yeah.
But so often all of a sudden they're like a super goody guy, and it's like, that's not why
the fans don't give
them.
a shit about him after that.
So it was a great match. FTR is fantastic in the ring. It's cool to see them work with a legendary team.
I was super surprised, though. I got to say, like I thought for sure, that Cage and Cope were going to go over.
And so if this, all right, so if this was like another show, you could say, okay, they'll do a series and eventually you get the belts on Cage and Copeland, which I think you should do. But the problem is that night was the night to do it in Canada. Their home, in front of the hometown crowd.
Yeah, the crowd was dying for it. They were like, they would have exploded.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got a bigger reaction than on that show.
Agreed. So I think a lost opportunity, but a really good match.
Yeah, and then like I said, it built, and you could still do a series of matches between the teams. You could even flip-flop the tag belts a couple times if you wanted.
Yep.
And then I would at the very least then do Copeland, Cage and Copeland feud versus Young Bucks.
Oh yeah,
because that's like the two main teams of today, since the Briscoes aren't around anymore.
Right.
Obviously. Kevin Knight. Oh, this was the Gauntlet Casino Gauntlet match. This was a surprise that Kevin Knight won.
I am happy though, because I think like there's a guy, he just gets better every time I see him, you know, and I've always thought he was really good.
Yeah, I like him too. It's weird because his who's the guy with the mullet?
Oh yeah, his tag partner there.
Yeah, I was always like, I really didn't like that guy for the longest time, and he's really grown on me. And in this match, I was like, you know what? Maybe they should put the belt on him. Like,
Yeah,
he was really over. He was
Speedball Bailey.
yeah, Speedball Mike Bailey. He had shoes on.
Yeah, yep.
But Kevin Knight's cool. I like you know, it was not expected. You didn't expect Kevin Knight.
He's a guy though. Just think like just seeing him over the last few years, because like when I forget what they were called, they were like the Time Splitters. It was him and little Japanese guy. He worked for the E, and then he went back to New Japan.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But...
yeah, the guy that does like the Marty McFly look.
Yeah.
And like when they were tag partners, they were great together. And I just kind of assumed that was going to be his lot in life, that he would just be kind of a tag guy. So it's kind of nice to see what he'll do, you know, doing a singles run.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this was cool. I'm into it. Kevin Knight. Who else? The Psycho Killer. His entrance they do such a great job with his entrance. It really comes off like a big deal. The guy from used to be in NXT and
the Italian guy there, Ciampa.
Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, yep. He's so great too. I like.
Yeah,
I think he's been such a good addition to the.
Yeah, my only complaint is I think they've run through like months worth of storylines with him. Like
you're right, they have. Yeah, they should have let that kind of slowly build up.
Yeah, he comes in, wins the belt right away, which is cool, and they show how much it meant to him. And I think you could have rode that out for a couple months of like the older guy, and everyone it's built, and then everyone knows he's not been used well, gets the title, and then eventually you could because he lost the belt right away, and then he turns heel right away, and I don't know, there was like so much stuff they just flew right through instead of like doing that for months.
I agree.
But, I'm a big fan though.
I'd love to see him do a feud with Pac. I think both of those guys
that'd be good.
Would just have such a great just chemistry.
Yeah, and Pac's kind of a guy that's kind of lost at the moment. Like he's great and he's in the best shape, or he's always been in great shape.
Yeah.
I think cutting his hair actually has helped his look.
I agree.
But I think he needs like a big feud or something. But his problem, I think, his whole time in AEW, he gets hurt so often.
It's true. He is one of those guys, kind of like, he's just got the whatever it is, just that bad luck thing.
And I think he'd be a guy, kind of like talk about Omega. I think he'd be better suited to tone down his stuff a little bit, because I think. I wouldn't say it's his weakest part, but I don't think he needs to do like some of those big flips.
Agreed. Just because you can do a thing doesn't mean you really have to.
Yeah, sometimes it takes him a little while to even get up there and balance himself. Like, I think he should just take that stuff out of his moveset.
Or save it for like a pay-per-view, kind of like a big event thing,
Yeah, because like being a shorter guy doesn't matter as much in AEW, because a lot of the guys are, and he's jacked, so he can kind of. A lot of the guys he can wrestle as the big guy against,
Yep. And like his kicks and stuff are just so ferocious. Like, he doesn't really need, because it's not like a guy like Ricochet, where that's 90% of his arm.
Yeah.
Like with
if he didn't do all stuff, what would you have really?
Yeah.
So the next thing, Tekla, who I'm a huge fan, I'm glad she won the title. I thought she should have won it a little earlier, actually. I think that what's hurting her a little bit is they don't have a lot of challengers that the fans are really invested in.
True. Yeah, through no fault of her own, it's just that, this is the time where Tony's out of the picture for a while, and
yeah, well, I don't know if Britt Baker's ever come. Like, if Britt Baker would come back right now, and you'd have a feud Britt Baker and Tekla, I think like that would like
Oh, that would be intense. Yeah. Yep.
Because Jamie Hayter was super over at one point, but not so much anymore.
Yep.
But it was a good match, though.
Oh, without a doubt. If they would have had one of the because Tekla had like a feud with it was funny. It was both the women that went to the WWE with Julia and I forget the other one. The other one was Latina Vicaire.
Oh yeah.
Like if either one of them were on the roster and you could have a feud going with them, I think then it would be huge.
Yeah. I'm sorry. There's some people in here earlier. They were we were a little late. We had to get lunch and stuff. Sorry.
Yep.
And I was out too late last night. I probably should have stayed outside. John Moxley versus Ospreay. Now, all right. I will say nothing bad about the match.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do think this to me. All right, it's bad enough having all Canadians lose. I think this is the worst booking on the card, and to me it's been a real problem in AEW since they brought in Ospreay. Is their booking of Will Ospreay? This guy should be your main guy, and you can't take for granted he's going to be here for the end of time because he is another guy that's going to get hurt a lot. So while you have him, you gotta make him like your RVD or whatever. Where I don't think he should ever lose.
No,
and then
exactly.
So I think they really messed up his first run, in my opinion. He lost way too often. We lost all the time.
Yep.
They have a second chance. He gets hurt, comes back probably too soon so he could do Wembley.
Yep.
I was like, well, now you got a new chance of Dynamite last week with him was great, where he had the United Empire with him and really put him over like this is a big deal. So I would say never lose a match up until Wembley. And I don't even know if he's going to main event Wembley, but it would be insane to me. Like you have the big Wembley show, you don't main event with your hometown guy. And then for him to lose like his first, or maybe his second big pay-per-view match,
made no sense at all.
It gets a guy that's like silly. Will never be more established than he already is.
Oh yeah, yep. And like you could just see it with the crowd as soon as he comes out. This is like, this guy's your money guy. He's just it, like. And I love MJF. I love Swerve. All these other guys.
They've got a great top guys, but this is a guy you could really build a company.
Special. This guy's just, everything about him. Like the crowd just goes berserk as soon as they see him.
Yeah, and I see a couple people on the social media like, oh, well, he's a good technical wrestler. That's it. That's not true. He's got charisma. He's a good talker. He's like your total package guy.
Oh, yeah.
He isn't just some guy who could do flips. I think that's asinine to say.
Oh, it is. It's insane. You're talking about the wrong guy there because he like, for whatever reason, he's relatable too. Like the fans just really love him.
And you can't like no matter how much you want that from somebody, like you can't just you can't manufacture that. And he connects to the crowd right away. Even the first time he came out when they first signed him. And so, then other people argue me like, oh, you're just bitching because he's still going to win the belt at Wembley. It's like, that's all well and good. But the idea isn't just to put a belt on a guy. The build to that is honestly more important than him even getting the belt.
Oh, without a doubt. If you make him like this guy that like, he's this buzzsaw, he's just, flying through people. Like nobody can stop this guy. Yeah. And then when eventually he does get the belt and then loses it, it's a huge deal.
Yeah, because now we've seen him lose so often. So when he does get the belt and he loses sometimes, like, we know he can get beat by like half the roster. So what does it matter? But the and then so like when Hulk Hogan Hulk Hogan didn't lose to like Greg Valentine on his way to becoming champion.
Exactly. Yep.
Or Steve Austin. Now, what kickstarted Steve Austin was a loss to Bret Hart, but that was like a year before he won the title.
And also, that was the last time he lost.
The build to him actually winning the belt, like he never lost. And people are like, well, this isn't Austin, this isn't Hulk Hogan, whatever. But point is they built those guys. Things change, but there are things that don't change. And when you're building a guy to the top, they should win.
Mm-hmm.
And that in real sports, it wouldn't even make sense if they lost on their way. Like when Tyson was going to Mike Tyson was going to unify all the belts. He didn't like lose a bunch of fights. Like,
Yep, on his way there.
yeah. Why would he even get a title shot if you're coming off loses? Or losses. Anyway, I just think it's terrible booking. As a match, it's great. I'm a huge fan of Moxley and Ospreay. It's kind of like a styles clash in a way, but I think that's what makes wrestling is when you have people like you got like the brawler and then you got like the consummate like wrestler. Moxley's also a great wrestler. I don't look just because Jim Cornette says he's terrible. I've been around his whole entire run. We were praising him on the indies, as did just about everybody. NXT, WWE, The Shield was one of the best things in wrestling. All three guys went on to be giant stars in wrestling. I think he's been one of the main event, one of the MVPs of AEW because he's always you can always count on him. And this idea that he sucks,
it's insane.
Like if you don't like him is one thing, but to actively say like he's terrible and stuff, I think it's just dumb.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like, and he's one of those great like hybrid guys too. Like he like will have the best like hardcore matches and stuff, but like he works well with everybody. Moxley's always had good matches, and Ospreay's the same way. You know, like we've seen him in those steel cage brawls that are just amazing. You know, it's like both these guys can like work any kind of different style.
So yeah, I just think it was now since we have the new champion, I mean if this since you have Moxley go over Ospreay, honestly it should be Darby Allin versus Moxley.
Yeah, yep.
Your next thing. I don't know. So we'll get to it, but I really don't know what you build to now at Wembley because
you didn't really gain anything with this.
No, because Ospreay's coming off of a loss now. You have to restart if you build to him to Wembley. So I think it's a huge mistake. I don't see any upside to him losing.
Agreed. And if you give him one of like the secondary belts, that's kind of
that doesn't matter.
Too, you know,
the fact they have so many, they don't really mean anything, unfortunately. The conglomeration. Now, I'm a huge Orange Cassidy fan. Roderick Strong's fine in a team. So I guess
this was the mystery guy too. Yeah.
So it's built up to a mystery guy, and it's like, how comes Kyle O'Reilly? I'm like, who gives a flying fuck? I mean, come on.
Yep, and then he had this look on his face like, oh, look, it's me.
Like, whoop-de-doo. And I'm all for some funny, goofy stuff. This entrance was too far for me.
I got to admit, I kind of enjoyed the entrance. Like, I know it was stupid, but I just seeing Orange on the couch, I really liked.
Yeah, it didn't work for me. It was too dumb. It was because everyone had to be like, everyone had to know this was like a skit. I don't know. It was too far for me. And then the bad guys come out and like the guy's like going out of his mind to break a fake door. And I'm like, okay, like, what are you trying to prove here? You're breaking a fake, and it takes you like an eternity to break it. Like,
yeah, it didn't make the War Dogs look too like badass, I'm afraid, you know.
And then like they pissed on the couch.
Flip off. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the dogs.
Yeah, besides I do love Gabe Kidd, and I don't know how the hell he even got hurt in this one. I guess he like tore his shoulder up or something.
I'm not sold on Gabe Kidd yet. I did like his stuff with Darby Allin though. Clark Connors, I just think he's a guy. Like I don't think he's bad or whatever. Yeah. He's just a guy. He's fine. But they have a bazillion guys that are just as good as him or better. So I don't really see the purpose. And I the first time I saw David Finlay here, I was like, oh, I think there's some here. But now I think like this guy's kind of I don't know. I think he's kind of a goof. He's kind of the guy that people talk about, the guy pretending to be a wrestler.
Yeah, I could definitely see that because like his last big thing in New Japan before he left, he got like this goofy fake Gatling gun thing and then stood on like the ramp like he thought he was the coolest cat going, shooting this fake gun like into the air. And it's like, okay, dude, we get it. Like, Goldberg would do his thing. And, I think Batista did his like, anti-aircraft gun thing. Like,
Yeah, but he didn't actually have a gun.
no, this guy had a big fake gun and like,
Yeah.
and he couldn't wait to like, start shooting it. And it was like, I don't know, dude. Maybe this guy reads too many of his own press clippings, or I don't know.
Yeah, last week when he's cutting a promo, I just thought like it was so cheesy because he came off like he's like, and we're gonna take your bits in your bodies. And I was like, oh God. It's like a little kid pretending they're being a wrestler like in the mirror or something.
Yep.
And I have to
there
say
was a reason they really weren't too worried about Finley leaving.
Yeah.
The New Japan, like,
I agree.
he was
and why
the
WWE
leader
didn't
of
go
the
harder to
Bullet
get
Club.
him, I think.
Yeah, yep.
I also have to say, I think Willow Nightingale's starting to get a little bit of that when she cuts her promos. I think she's better. She's just trying to be smiley, but lately when she tries to be tough and she does like this sniff, like it's like too much. I'm like, it's kind of lame.
Yeah, not everybody could be like Sinister, like just stop. Just stop. If it's not coming naturally, then don't try to do it.
Oh, by the way, I did find the entrance. One of the guys that he's like a good wrestler, but he should just not be in this stuff is El Clone. Like,
oh yeah. You
gotta drop that gimmick.
Yeah.
You can't be a clone of a guy that's not even there.
Yep, agreed.
So then we had the main event, which was great. It was MJF versus Kenny Omega. I have nothing bad to
everything
say
you expected it to be.
Yeah. I actually am. I think this was the right choice. I think MJF going over Kenny Omega is the right choice, and I have no problem with. I just think knowing that going in, you should have then gave the crowd the feel good moments with either both Copeland and Cage winning and Jericho, or at least one of the two.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't have all three of the big Canadians lose.
Yep. Yeah, I would have even had maybe 2 out of the 3 or something,
Yeah.
It would have softened the blow in this one if the other two big.
Right. I think you had the title change with Cage, Copeland and Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Because I can see the Jericho losing and then coming back to win. So so this works for MJF. MJF is the ultimate heel.
Oh yeah.
So beating like the guy who created the company, one of the guys who created the company, and maybe his last title shot. I think that is a great story.
Mm-hmm.
MJF playing up the devil.
Oh
they're
yeah.
saying Kenny Omega is the god of wrestling. I think that stuff's really good. Great entrances.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Kenny Omega in really great shape, physically much smaller than he was like in his prime, I think, which is probably smart. But these guys, I don't know if we're gonna see if there's many or if there's any left matches like this out of Kenny Omega.
I love the tease and the one-winged angel too. Like, oh Christ, we're gonna have a super one-winged angel. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And then when he did get it, and
no one's ever kicked out of it.
Oh yeah, yep.
That's something that's been built up for years. So yeah, that was pretty wild. Because everyone kicks out of everyone's finisher.
Oh yeah, yep. Sometimes you'll see the guys giving the finisher like 6 times before they pin somebody.
So great ending of the show. Great match.
Mm-hmm.
Hot crowd. Even though they get bummed out, which I think is a mistake. Hopefully they didn't kill off this crowd.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's the one thing you got to think about too. Next time you go to Canada, or like the people are going to be like, "Christ, last time I went, nobody won that I wanted to win. Screw that, I'm not going."
Yeah, I've seen people say that they didn't think this was as good as the typical AEW pay-per-view, and
really?
I think there wasn't a bad match, and I think what the thing was that it was kind of bummed out where all the top baby faces for the home crowd lost. But I don't think in ring it was. I thought in ring it was a great show.
Agreed. But you're right. I could definitely see like kind of wanting somebody to to bring home the bacon as far as like some of the heroes went.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean the 6-man tag, like the baby faces won that, but even that felt like it might have been an accident. If Gabe wouldn't have gotten hurt, like maybe they wouldn't have won. Who knows?
Yeah. So Dynamite, someone said that they were going to win anyway, but I mean, who really knows?
Yep.
So I was a little late watching Dynamite, which is normally how I like to do it because then I could go over the ads. And I started doing that, but then for whatever reason, I don't know if they changed stuff, but it stopped me from doing it. I could not rewind the live show.
Oh, no kidding!
So wow. I missed some of this stuff. It went from MJF's arrival at the beginning of the show to a FTR promo. So I don't know what happened between that.
Trying to remember now. I'm trying to place it all.
But I'll just go over what I did see. Claudio versus Kevin Knight. It was great.
That was wicked good. Yeah. Yep. That was a super good match.
Good Jericho promo. Who gets beat up by the Demand. But another one, I have to say again, in my opinion, even though he won, technically wins, I think he continues in my opinion, the bad booking of Will Ospreay. I love Hechicero, but he is not a guy that ever wins.
No, exactly. Yeah.
He's basically a job guy in the company. So Ospreay's coming off a loss already. And then he has a great match with Hechicero. As a match, it's great, but it's like he's got to go like 20 minutes to beat like this guy that never beats anybody. It's like this doesn't help him.
No,
we already know he's a great wrestler. We don't need to know he can do all these cool moves. I think now you got to work on him being a star.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on Dynamite or if it was on the pay-per-view, but did you see the one where it was Kenny and Ospreay? And they were in like the training room getting like iced up after their matches. Yeah, because I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I honestly think you should just I would probably do that, have like mostly Ospreay like promos, because he's a good underrated promo, I think. So I'd have him just come out and do promos and stuff. And when he does wrestle, I think he's always gonna win.
Oh yeah.
But he doesn't have to have a 20-minute match every show. Keep the big matches to the pay-per-view, or if it's against someone important. No offense, Hechicero.
Yeah.
Because then Mark Davis ran in, who I like Mark Davis too, but I'm like, well, no one thinks Mark Davis is going to beat Will Ospreay, so they don't need to have like a half-hour match next week.
No, they don't.
You're putting more on his bump card, I think. It's like, let's keep the guy healthy for some big stuff.
Oh yeah, and especially with Ospreay, because now he's planning on going back to New Japan to do one of the tournaments, and it's
I hate to be like
crazy. That's don't do it, man.
I hate to be kind of the WWE guy about stopping people from doing stuff, but if I was AEW, I'm like, dude, no, like, we want to keep you healthy to be like our top guy. Don't go and destroy yourself.
Yeah, because so many people like in those tournaments, because like they go on for weeks and like they're so physically demanding. Like, I don't think that's a great idea. Like if he was in like like
coming out of neck surgery
or something, that'd be different.
Probably because he came back too soon from neck surgery.
Yep.
These guys are like in a hurry to just run out their careers.
I know, it's crazy. Like, and that's a guy that all the old timers and stuff always warned him. Like, dude, wrestling that style, you got to be careful because you're gonna really, really injure yourself.
I thought so. Tekla, there was a Tekla promo, so she's up in the crowd. I'm a big fan of Tekla, but it was so, the visual was probably bad, but it was funny to me. She's up in the crowd and she's yelling at calling it all the women dumb bitches, and she said it multiple times. But while she's saying it, there's like a group of like 3 children standing next to her.
I didn't even notice that.
And like the mom's there, I'm like, and then out comes Alex Windsor to no response.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good
Like
Lord.
really?
Yeah, this Tekla's so good, but at the same time, I think you can't just be, she's not someone who can work with maybe she can work with a broom in the ring, but she needs some opponents that people get behind.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
they're really giving her nothing, and I hate for her title run to be kind of like a bomb, but they're not doing her any favors. They're not really putting her in there with anybody that anyone cares about.
No, and in the land of people aren't gonna win the belt, like I gotta think like Windsor is probably in that camp,
Yeah, Windsor's. I mean, at least Hayter was over at one point.
Yeah, she's won a match. Like I've never seen this woman win a match.
No, Hans Juker was gifted a membership. Very
nice.
Good. I'm not sure yet. I don't think I'll do a watch along, but maybe do a post show. Let's see here. So yeah, that was, I just thought that was brutal, to be honest. So then we had Willow versus Camille, which I mean it's just not good.
No.
And Camille's like, she looked really big in the NWA, but like Willow's a big girl, so like she's a little taller than Willow, but I don't think she doesn't look like a giant or anything.
No. I think she might have gotten off like the growth hormones or something.
Yeah, because she's not as big as like Megan Bain. Like Megan Bain carries herself as like a bigger person, I think.
Yep.
And so I was really shocked that Camille just loses, which I was happy. I don't think she could have won. Yep. But to me, like, okay, now you just get rid of her, because what's the point of her if she comes back and loses right away? There's
if this is your big comeback thing, and like, wow, like this chick's gonna make some waves, like
because if you have her, you kind of have to have her as like the monster, I guess. Yeah, she's not someone that can just go in there and have matches and lose 50-50 because she's not good.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it's one thing if she's somebody's bodyguard or like, somebody like that. Like, I think that was her best thing was when she was doing that with the old ladies champ.
I agree.
Besides that, like she's just kind of there.
She's pointless. I think.
I think there's like 50 other women on the show that like are at least as good.
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably not too many worse, I think.
Yeah.
Statlander versus Statlander and Ishida were backstage. I guess they're gonna come back or something. So this was great. So in the back we had Sting, Darby, and Darby. Well, Darby Allin and Sting comes out, and I think Sting with the gray hair looks great.
I love him with the crazy gray beard and stuff. Like he just looks like the man,
and he still looks in great shape.
Yep.
And I don't think Sting's ever looked as he's clearly happy in AEW. I don't think I guess he looked pretty happy maybe in TNA, but like he never
was getting paid to do shit. So like now he's motivated and like happy.
I think the last 10 years of WCW he kind of hated.
Oh yeah.
And then his WWF stuff was WWE stuff was nothing. But I've loved his I think that honestly, besides like his late 80s, early 90s stuff, to me, this is my favorite Sting. Was his AEW run?
Yep, old crazy Sting was the best. Like when he would just do these like crazy planches and just look like he's having the time of his life.
I don't think we'll ever see a guy with a better retirement run.
No, oh my God, no. And like everything, and you could tell like all the guys wanted to give him everything for like, for those last couple of years,
And I do think people should look like, maybe if you're an older guy, because he was like 60, like maybe the retirement run, should be in tags.
Yeah.
Because then you can go in there and you can do your cool stuff, but you don't have to like get beat down, and you don't have to take a bunch of bumps. Because honestly, like fans don't want to see that. Do I want to see Sting selling and getting his ass beat?
Exactly.
No, it just feel bad.
Which is why, like, Darby was his perfect partner too, because like Darby getting beat down is just like, it's one of those things when it happens, you're just like, oh my God, this poor bastard. He's like doing everything he can and he's still getting like his ass handed.
Yeah. And so this was great. This was like a pep talk, not just for Darby and kayfabe. It was a pep talk for like us as fans watching it. I thought. Because then Darby's like, it's it's showtime. He's like, no, it's your time. And he tells him to get out there. I was like, yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That was great.
And then I'm watching at that point, I'm like, whoa, like they're going to make MJF the ultimate asshole and beat him after like, I'm like, I think maybe Darby's going to win. And,
see, I still didn't see it. Even after all that, I still didn't see it coming.
But I did not think he was going to like beat MJF so quick because they did this so well because they got, for one thing, you always assume all big AEW matches are going to be 20 minutes, a half hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
And they even said, we're going to take one last commercial break, and then we're going to give this match in entirety. So it's like, all right, this is going to be a long, epic match, whoever wins. And Darby just went in there and beat MJF really quick. And I was like, that was great. It was a great moment. The crowd, all the baby faces come out. Chai Tower Matt text me, he's like, that was awesome. I was like, yeah, it was great. Then I go on social media and I see people shitting all over it. But
no way,
sitting there
really?
at home, I was like, damn, this was crazy. Awesome. I mean, I want to say like maybe that's how the pay-per-view should have ended, but well, I don't see anything wrong with doing this giant thing on Dynamite either, because it's like, oh, this is an important thing to watch too.
And then it's kind of neat too, because then it's like, geez, I've got to make sure I don't miss Dynamite because you never know what the hell's going to happen.
Yeah, it was great. So I don't know if MJF is leaving for to do a movie, or maybe MJF. I don't even think Darby needs like a super long title reign. I think him winning is the thing. So you could just have MJF win it back, which I think is cool too. It also helps elevate, helps get his number of title wins up.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
MJF being like having the belt more than anybody in AEW is a good idea.
And what was this? Was this his third reign or his second?
I think third.
Oh, okay.
It's either a second or third, I think. So let me look this up because I wonder who has the it's probably Moxley. It's either him or Moxley, I would assume.
Or they might be tied. It might be like 3 each or something.
Yeah, let's see here. So the history of their title, because they're not let's see here. So the first champ was Jericho.
Yep.
The most MJF Moxley has 4.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Because when what's his name got hurt, then he got it back.
Yeah. So the longest reign MJF had it for his first reign. He had it for over a year.
Wow.
Jericho had it almost a year.
On the first run.
Yeah. Oh no, that's his age. I'm sorry, but yeah, MJF had it 406 days.
Wow.
Shortest reign was Punk. Second reign had it 3 days.
Oh, okay. That was the one when Moxley got it back, right? Like,
yeah,
when he got hurt.
All right. Hey, it's not giving me just a list of the champions. Those are just the on Wikipedia. It gives me like statistics. Who was the first champ and whatnot?
Oh, okay.
There must be a way to let me find a list. And even though they have so many belts, they do try not to have their world title like change all the time.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Let's see here. All right, so Jericho was the first champion. Had 182 days. Lost it to Moxley. I was there for when Moxley won the belt. I believe that was on leap year. Interesting. In Chicago, had 277 days. Kenny Omega then had it for almost a year. Then Adam Page had it for 197 days. CM Punk had it for 87. Back to Moxley for 59. And then it says it's back to Moxley again. I'm not exactly sure how that happened. Then Punk for 3 days, who lost it back to Moxley. Then MJF had it for over a year, lost it to Samoa Joe, and pretty big surprise. Lost it to Swerve Strickland, who lost it to Bryan Danielson. Only had it for 48 days. You really did think that was going to be a long title reign, because I believe the idea was whenever he lost, he's going to retire. Lost it to Moxley, who had it for quite a long time. Lost it to Hangman Page. Lost it back to Joe, so Joe's two-time champ. Lost it back to MJF, and now Darby Allin. So MJF's what, second title reign? Is that what it is? Was it his first? Oh, no, second. Yeah, second. All right. All right, yeah, so we get Darby out. Not a lot of champs in AEW history. We got Jericho, Moxley, Kenny Omega, Hangman, CM Punk, MJF, Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, Bryan Danielson, and Darby Allin. All right. So I'm going to pull up the WrestleMania card. I didn't get this. Who went into the Hall of Fame? So I don't normally. All right. So I think people arguing who goes in the Hall of Fame, I always thought that it was silly because there is no criteria in the WWE. But what does bother me is once they started doing the legacy inductions. It's one thing to induct like guys from like 100 years ago. All right, we're inducting Ed Strangler Lewis and Ed Farmer Burns and Stanislav Sabisco and stuff, because no one's alive that watch these guys, and they're not alive, and there's nobody like going to induct them that was alive who wrestled, these people. But when you start putting guys in of modern day into the Hall of Fame in the legacy wing, I think that's shitty, because they don't get an actual induction. They just get their photo up there. No one comes out and accepts it. And so when you put in a guy like Sid Vicious in the legacy wing, it's like, this is like a long time WWE guy. He was world champion.
Oh yeah.
Like there's dozens of people who wrestled him. You could induct him. His son could induct him. People remember him.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys like that. Even people that aren't really big fans, everybody knows Sid.
Yeah, so that's just asinine. That's just insane to me. And he's not quite that same level, I think, because he was an older from a previous generation. But they did the same thing with Bad News Brown.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that's another guy. He had a WWE run, and I don't think either guy should have been in the legacy wing. I really don't even like the idea of the legacy wing. Does it kill them to have someone come out and give them like a speech for 5 minutes? Like,
yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
So
how long have they been doing this legacy wing?
I'm not sure when they started it, but when it started, they would put in guys from like 100 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, okay, like Stanislaus. I don't even know if Stanislaus Bisco's in it, but people like that, Lufez or something.
Oh, okay.
But still, at the same time, I would rather, even if they had a video package, but not just like they throw them in there and you don't even see anything about them. So the immortal,
that's kind of a slap in the face.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
So the immortal moment that was in the Hall of Fame was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant from WrestleMania 3, which oddly enough, I've seen people bitch about. And I'm like, come on, dudes. Like, this is one of the biggest matches in the history of wrestling. I mean,
the lead up to it. And then, when Hogan finally gets the slam on Andre and stuff, like, that's just amazing.
Will they honor or mention? I would assume they have to, since they inducted the Hogan versus Andre match. So
I'm kind of surprised they haven't, yet.
Yeah, well, WrestleMania is I mean, honestly, you should look. No matter what you think of Hulk Hogan as a wrestler, as a person, whatever, he I mean, if it wasn't for Hogan, the early WrestleManias wouldn't have existed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, who knows? Like, like the E might not still be around. You never know.
I was gonna say, to me, he is like WrestleMania, but I know, like, because I grew up in that era. If you didn't, I could see you thinking maybe, Austin, Rock, Shawn Michaels, these guys, but he's like the most important guy in the building era of WrestleMania.
Yep. And it's not like we're talking about like Benoit or something. It's like, Hogan might have been an asshole, but he was probably an asshole forever.
Yeah, he didn't murder anybody.
Yeah,
He killed his children or something.
Yeah.
The legacy was Bad News Brown and Sid. And you don't even have that many inductions anyway. Just have someone induct these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And why would they
Sid's
be legacy?
Sons around, right? Like,
yeah.
Why
would they be legacy inductions? But Demolition gets a. Sid was world champion after Demolition was gone.
Yep.
That makes no sense whatsoever. The celebrity induction was Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
As far as the celebrities go, you can argue I think it's kind of dumb, but that's a good induction for a celebrity. If you're a celebrity. I heard he was wasted.
Which is perfect, though, if he was.
Let's see. Guys, I have a question. Where can I ask WWE for superstars to send me a birthday greeting video? They probably won't do it, but some of them would be on Cameo, and you'd have to pay, I assume.
Not if you got a Goku as your avatar. Then I think they'll do it for free. That's what I think.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to look up Cameo. I don't know if there's any. I don't know if WWE wrestlers are allowed on Cameo. Because I know they started doing weird stuff about like the third, these other platforms. I don't know. You'd have to look it up yourself. I know, like Danhausen used to be on there, but I don't know if anyone's currently on there. Does anybody know? WWE Superstar. Let me look him up. I don't know. Let's see. Demolition went in as a group. I didn't realize they're still the longest reigning WWF Tag Champions.
No kidding. I didn't know that either.
They were inducted by Arn Anderson, Haku, and the Warlord. That's kind of cool.
Nice. And both guys are still alive, right? Both Demolition, yeah.
And it was kind of a big deal because they had a lawsuit versus WWE, and for a long time they were like persona non grata. So it's cool that they and they're both still alive. Which another thing, look, Sid and Vader both fought to get into the Hall of Fame while they're alive. Vader was public about dying, going to die soon. Sid wasn't, but I assume they both knew is why they were doing it. And they didn't induct either guy until after they passed away. It's like,
that's kind of crappy too.
Yeah, but maybe we'll get away from that now. That so yeah, there are WWE superstars on Cameo. So Liv Morgan's on there, $300.
Wow, damn.
Chelsea Green's $90. Alexa Bliss 300. R-Truth is 100. The Miz 150. Tiffany Stratton 150. Here you go, almost $25.
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes is 50. Alicia Taylor, she's only 25. Maxine Dupree 150, and the Street Profits are $50. Damn, that's for two dudes.
No Danhausen though, huh?
No, unless he doesn't list. Maybe he's still on here. He just doesn't list. I don't want to get him in trouble, but he should probably list that he's a WWE superstar now. Oh yeah, he does.
Oh,
but he didn't come up in search for some reason. So he's doing a good guy. He is so in demand. He has a wait list.
Does he really?
Mhm. I think he's one of the most in-demand guys on cameos.
I bet, like, because even the younger crowd would probably get a kick out of Dan.
Yeah, yeah. I have a Danhausen cameo.
Yep, I remember that. And then when he was at the toy store in where was
Well,
that? Island.
you know what they're probably doing is WWE likes to like fiddle around with these things. Demolition is probably still the longest reigning WWF tag champions.
Oh,
But
okay.
the New Day's the longest rating WWE tag champions. Like they're two different companies or something.
Yeah, they want to get the most out of that, I bet.
Let's see here. So, and then they only inducted two like other people after that. AJ Styles.
AJ Styles went in. Isn't he still wrestling?
No, retired.
Oh, okay.
He was
Oh,
inducted.
so they don't wait like a year or two after. Just the
I'm
day
glad
you're retired, you're in.
I'm glad I missed this because he was inducted by two of the people I can't fucking stand.
Oh no,
Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Yep. As long as Carl Anderson did like the squinty face, pinch your nose thing.
And I'm sure
man, I'm on the floor when I see that.
Yeah, and I bet he mentioned he has a hot Asian wife.
Yep. They made some references to like, oral sex, I bet.
I wanted to contact WWE for Roman Reigns or Jey Uso. If they're not on Cameo, I don't think you're going to have much of a shot. Just my opinion. And then, I guess good for WWE letting him pick like these guys that they don't particularly like, I guess. And then, here's what they list about him. They don't list any like TNA or anything, but they one-time Slammy Award winner, 22nd WWE Grand Slam champion, 32nd WWE Look, it used to be a big time. It used to be a huge deal when I was a kid. Like it was God, what's not Carlos Colon. Who was Who was the Puerto Rican guy that had all three belts?
Oh my God.
I can't think of his name.
No, I can't either. Is it Paul something?
No. Pedro Morales.
Yeah, there you go.
So it used to be like when I was a kid, it was like Pedro Morales. I think it was the only Triple Crown champion. They'd always mention it. And then like after the years went on, like there'd be a couple guys. I think maybe like Shawn Michaels, and Bret Hart. But now when 32 people have done it, like you don't even bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you can't be like, I'm the 32nd guy to ever do it.
Now when it's like there's more people that haven't done it on the roster now,
Then they even have the Grand Slam. That's you've had to have been a title. You have to like all the belts. I don't know. The Grand Slam, you've had to either been WWE or WWF champ, world champ, intercontinental champ, tag champ, European or hardcore champ. That's all right. And you can't when you have 8,000 belts, you can no longer have these stupid ass things. 3-time WWE United States champion, 1-time IC champ, and 2-time WWE champ. Dennis Rodman, 5-time NBA champion and wrestled in WCW as the NWO. Bad News Brown, 1976 Olympic bronze medalist and 2-time Pan American Game gold medalist and 4-time Stampede Wrestling North American heavyweight champion. Sid, who the legacy was a WCW World United States champion, 2-time WCW heavyweight champion, and 2-time WWF champ. 2-time WWF champ, and like he's the legacy.
You think having like a world belt 4 times,
Yeah.
I think you made it then. Like it's time to actually put you in the regular Hall of Fame.
Ric Flair, I think Ric Flair, because I think he have an IC title reign like near his end of his career.
Oh, maybe.
Well, I'm looking at it now. That's like there's all these whacked out like rules for the Grand Slam Championship. Like originally you had to have the European or the hardcore. And now like they have so many belts, like there's all different reasons how you can be. Dean Ambrose is
Oh, really?
All right. And then
they don't even call him Moxley. It's Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. And Stephanie McMahon was the main event of the Hall of Fame, apparently.
Wow. That was probably something special.
Yeah. I bet this was good, too, because she's inducted by Linda McMahon. She's
yeah.
A great orator.
Now you're talking.
I did think there was a possibility they were going to bring Vince out to do it. But.
Well, the weekend's not over yet,
So she's 2-time Slammy. Don't put in that they won a Slammy award. I mean,
do they still do the Slammies?
I don't think so. Maybe they do. I don't know. 1-time women's champ, on-screen authority figure for over 2 decades, former WWE chief brand officer, chairwoman, and co-CEO.
Well, there you go.
Just say she's the daughter of Vince. That's why.
Yeah.
You're not putting her in because she's a 2-time Slammy award winner.
Without a doubt.
The Slammy award winner. Oh, my God.
Somebody should do that now as a gimmick. Just carry around their Slammy awards.
Yeah. I'm going to call the Headies this time. We're going to call it the Better Late Than Never Heady Awards.
Then will somebody be like the 2-time Heady Award winning so-and-so?
All right, so there we go. Let's go over what's happening on WrestleMania here.
Okay. I probably won't have a clue. I got a feeling I won't even know half these people.
Yeah, I don't watch WWE. I feel bad. I'm probably going to watch WrestleMania. What's it come on in a few hours, I think. Let's see here. All right. So night 1, which is tonight. The Vision.
The Vision? From the Avengers?
Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Oh, boy.
Okay.
And
are they tagging up? Is it the team?
Yeah, so the Vision is a group, but almost all the members are hurt.
Oh, okay.
So it's is he still in it? The guy God, I'm so bad. What's this? The guy he's like one of the top guys. So the current, it was Seth Rollins was the leader, but Seth Rollins is out of it. So there's no more. The leader's out. Not the leader that fights the Hulk. But. So the current members are Braun Breaker, who's hurt.
Okay.
Bronson Reed, who's hurt. Logan Paul, who is really good at this. Austin Theory, who's just nothing happening, dude.
I think I've seen him a couple times. I don't think he did anything for me.
And Paul Heyman.
So Heyman's
their
manager.
So it's the Vision, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory with IShow Speed. Who's like this? Like he's an American influencer. Oh, fuck you! Just a YouTube guy. So it's a Vision and a guy from YouTube versus the Usos and LA Knight.
I know LA Knight. I know the Usos.
That should just be like a match on SmackDown. Or something. All right, I'm going to go with the Usos and LA Knight.
Yeah, me too. Poor LA Knight. I don't think he wins anymore, does he?
No. They don't like him, I don't think.
That's so silly because, like, I haven't seen him in years, but I always thought he was super talented.
Isn't IShow Speed the guy like they made a joke of that one Royal Rumble? Like they just found a guy sitting in the back and told him to come out there.
You get over here. Yeah, you're in.
They did. I think that was the thing.
Really? That's awesome.
Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. Now,
Wow.
For me, that might steal the show.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good one. Like, I know
a
both
fan.
guys. I think both guys are really good.
Yeah, I'm a fan of both guys. I'm gonna say Drew wins though.
All right, I'm gonna go with Fatu. Yeah.
Stephanie Vacour defends the women's title versus Liv Morgan. I think Liv
will all day.
But I think Liv will win. I'm pretty sure Liv will win. She just put out a new music video.
Oh, did she?
AJ Lee defending the. So they have weird. They both.
He's there. I didn't even know.
Isn't it weird to put both women's titles on night one when you think
Yeah,
put one on each night? Why do you have the women's? You have the women's world championship and the WWE women's world. Oh no! This is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Oh,
AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I'll say Becky wins the belt back. Or I don't know if she even had the belt.
Yeah.
The Irresistible Forces. I've never even heard of this name. Versus, that's Nia Jax and Lash Legend.
Oh.
Versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Go with Flair and Bliss in that one.
That's not all it's in the match.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. Versus the Bella Twins.
Oh, Christ. Man, they're digging up all the old ladies there.
This is for the four-way. This is a four-way for the women's tag championship. A lot of women's matches. Jim Cornette's going to be pissed. He's like, got all the girls out here. Why aren't they mopping the floor? I'm a big-time liberal.
I'll still stick with Bailey and whoever her partner was.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Oh no, Bailey and Lyra.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Charlotte.
Charlotte and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
I like Charlotte, but I'm not a big fan of Alexa Bliss. So,
I'll
go with Bailey and Lyra.
All right,
or Lyra. Seth Rollins versus Gunther.
Oh, Gunther all day.
I'm a big Gunther fan. That will be really good though.
Oh yeah.
It's weird. I don't.
Seth Rollins was hurt.
I thought he was too. I guess he's back.
Oh.
Seth Rollins is a great wrestler. I'm just not really a fan of him. But
yeah,
but he's a great wrestler. So
yeah.
that'll be awesome. And I am a big Gunther fan.
Yeah, Gunther's gonna chop the fuck out of him, so that's a good thing.
And then for the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes defending versus Randy Orton with your boy Pat McAfee. And if Orton loses, Pat McAfee must leave professional wrestling permanently.
Oh man, that's not fair. Because I never root for
Cody, but
Cody.
Now I have to.
Yeah. I know, yeah. Oh God, I still can't do it. I can't. Inches on my shoulder going, you can't root for Cody.
Yeah.
And I can't root for Cody. So
I hope
I'll go for the other guy.
I hope they get, I don't want anything bad to happen, but I hope they get stuck in traffic and just have some other match. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. This is night 2.
Oh, okay. Gonna go with Brock.
I'm gonna go with Oba, but this is a match I think it'll be really quick, but it'll be just two big dudes slapping meat.
Okay. Is that Oba guy? Is he some big giant guy?
Yeah, he's a big giant.
Okay.
Dude. Penta, they're very much similar, just big muscle dudes. The builds, I actually watched the build on I watched the clips on YouTube. It is kind of fun, just two big, massive dudes power bombing each other.
Oh, okay. That's kind of fun then.
For the WWE Intercontinental Championship in a 6-pack ladder match, we have Penta defending the championship, which I didn't know he was the IC
got a belt. Yeah, that's good for him.
Yeah, I'm a big Penta fan, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Versus Javon Evans. I don't know who that is, but I know people hate him. Dragon Lee.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Dragon Lee. I love me some Dragon Lee.
Big-headed JD McDonough. He's got this.
Is that really his name?
He's got a big head, though. I'm sorry, JD. Wow, Rusev has a match. Rusev's in
Whoa. Fuck Rusev.
And old man Rey Mysterio.
Holy shit.
I want Penta to keep it.
Yeah, I'm going to go Dragon Lee. I really like Dragon Lee.
Mm-hmm.
He's Rush's brother, right?
Yeah, I want Penta. I'm a big Penta fan.
Yeah. Oh, I love Penta.
Boy, his brother's been total shit in WWE, though.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Phoenix.
why? Why did they, this was supposed to be the big deal. And
yeah, they never even put him together as a tag.
No. Silly.
Singles match for the women's champion. So the WWE women's champion is on this one. I'm sorry. But
right.
So the women's world champion is on one, and the WWE women's champion's on the other show. Again, why? I don't know. It's not a WWE thing. It's not an AEW thing. It's a wrestling thing. There's just like an insane amount of titles. It's just insanity. Jade Cargill's defending the title versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea for me, for sure.
Rhea Ripley.
I like Jade though too, so it's not like I dislike Jade, but I think Rhea's the best woman in WWE.
Agreed.
U.S. Championship again. I didn't know he was the champion of any kind. Sami Zayn is defending. Versus Trick Williams.
I don't know who that is.
Is
that somebody that like used to be a wrestler and then they gave him a goofy name?
No, I think this is like a newer dude, a newer guy from NXT.
I'll go with Sami Zayn then.
Yeah, I like Sami. Oh, I did see this. The Demon is back. The Demon Finn Balor. Versus Dominic Mysterio.
Gonna go with Dom.
Yeah, fuck Finn Balor, Demon or not. Fuck this guy. But I'm not a big WWE fan, but I am a Dirty Dom fan.
Oh yeah, same here.
If they would put, I don't want to see fucking Randy Orton. And the guy, he's been in like title pictures for like 25 years.
Yeah.
I'd rather. Why not put Dominic Mysterio in there?
Agreed.
Or Gunther.
Yep.
And then the World Heavyweight Championship match. All right, this is one I want to see. I have to admit, no matter what I think of the guy, I still will always be a fan, even though sometimes it pains me. CM Punk is defending this title versus Roman Reigns, who I also
okay.
So that's a legit WrestleMania match.
Yeah. Yep. That all right. Second night main event. That seems legit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I'm gonna go Roman though.
All right, I'm going with Punk. I'll always be a Punk guy, even though I'm like, you're a fucking hypocrite asshole.
Yep. Yeah, but he's another guy in the ring, like, you get into it. And...
Yeah, and on the mic, I think he's one of the best. Again, probably maybe his last WrestleMania. I don't know.
Yep.
Who knows? He finally getting his main event. His legit main event championship.
So maybe he'll
match
shut the fuck up then.
now he's all happy. So I don't know. There is a lot of stuff. I don't think people are saying it's like the worst WrestleMania of all time. I don't think that.
Oh, it definitely doesn't sound it. I think last year sounded 10 times worse.
Yeah, honestly,
I don't think there was like 2 matches that I gave a shit about last time.
It's going to be hard to ever be a worse WrestleMania than the one that was in like the during COVID.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
And some of them older ones. I mean, even WrestleMania 1 was kind of a crap show,
But they had it so cram jammed full of stuff.
Yeah. But it had like just like match like Tito Santana versus Execution or something. But CM Punk, Roman Reigns, that's big. There is, a lot of these matches just does seem like stuff you would just see on Raw or something. But
yeah,
night 2 though for me, I really want to see Femi and Brock Lesnar. I want to see Punk and Reigns. I'm interested. I like these crazy ladder match things with Penta and all these guys. I don't know. It sounds like a pretty good show, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, and like Rhea Ripley against Jade should be good.
Yeah. All right. I'm not as anti WrestleMania as a lot of folks are.
Yeah, which is funny because, like, we're two that don't really watch.
Yeah, maybe if I watch it every week, I would be. I'm like,
yeah, that's true. Like, if you've seen these guys and they're like, oh my God, this guy's fucking terrible now.
All right. So we cannot stay here too long because I've got to get. I'm making a spiral ham for dinner. I got to get that in the oven, and then I gotta go for a quick walk, and then we gotta. I'm gonna try to watch WrestleMania. But if you want to Skype in, if you want to stream in, there's the link, and we've got some questions here. We'll go over it.
Where are you, Chobo? We've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I'll send the link to Chobo. He's like a guy. He's starting to be kind of like a prima donna. He like he wants the link.
He
sent
needs
to
his
him.
own special link and stuff.
Yeah, but I feel bad because after Without Your Head the other night, he said it ruined his night that we didn't.
Yeah, but you had the link up, so he had no excuse.
Yeah,
Come on. Come on, Anthony. Quit being late.
Stevie, what's up?
Howdy, folks.
How's it
Yeah, I
going,
can't
buddy?
be on.
What's your take on Mania?
So, yeah, I'm happy that Punk's finally getting his one-on-one Mania match. I hope he wins in the main event. I really, as far as Orton versus Cody goes, like Cody just comes. I don't know if this is a terrible comparison, but Cody with the suits and the promos, he comes across as sort of like a Nick Bockwinkel type character.
I could see that. Not quite as smart though, but yeah just
when they finally did like a
the
heel
same
turn
arrogance.
between one of these two, why didn't they make Cody the villain?
That's
Everyone
what
wants to move.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking for what I'd like to see as a double turn. Totally swerve the whole crowd in Mania by having a double turn. Because every time Cody's coming out, they're booing him and they're cheering Randy no matter what Randy does. So, like, I'd say if that match starts and they're booing everything Cody does and cheering everything Randy does, call it in the ring and play it like that. And, that's what I want to see. So,
That's totally what I expect to happen.
Cody's so thin-skinned, though. It's like he, just from his last AEW when the crowd turned, it's like, go with it, dude. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Are you, Vic? I don't believe you're very excited for WrestleMania.
I'm excited for the pizza that we're going to be eating while we're watching it.
Hey, everybody.
There's Anthony.
Go!
What's up? How you doing on this beautiful Saturday? I'm doing good and everything.
Excellent. Are you pumped for WrestleMania?
Yes, I am. I'm going to live stream that.
Nice.
Really? You're gonna. All right.
I'm
You're gonna
excited
show
for
the
it.
show right for everybody.
Yeah, I was binge watching a lot of shows.
You're gonna bootleg WrestleMania. You're gonna pirate the show.
No. I got it on my app, the Screenlytics.
Okay. All right.
So I'm doing good. I watched the Hall of Fame last night. It was a good Hall of Fame.
Was it?
Yep. Dennis Rodman was so drunk last night.
Surprising no one.
Demolition had the best speech.
Did they? Nice.
Oh,
Yep.
cool. I am a Demolition fan.
Yeah. same
And
here.
they said they and the McMahon chants, So yeah.
They chanted for McMahon at the show.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah, and
That's-
Thank
SmackDown was
you,
great
Vince.
last night.
Thank you, Vince.
Thank you, Vince.
Yeah.
And
They
then
did?
AJ Styles was good and
God.
everything, but he couldn't get into the TNA thing. So it was good.
They're chanting. We love Vince, and but they can't bring up TNA.
Well, there's a
I don't
thank
know.
you.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
Well,
Oh God.
what pissed me off about the Hall of Fame was like Stephanie took up half the show.
Yes, she
And-
did. Yes, she did.
And the main event was AJ Styles, and they should have given him at least more time. Like you did not need Stephanie to dominate the whole show. And some of the things that they said, some of the things that either on the video packages or what Stephanie actually said, I'm just rolling my eyes.
But what
She's
the
a
heck,
two-time Slammy winner, Stephanie.
Stephanie? But Demolition was the best part of the night.
That's
But
good.
Demolition, long overdue. I met Bill Eadie and Barry Darso years ago.
I met them too. I met them. They're in my memoirs. And speaking of memoirs, I'm up to 2021 still.
Oh, awesome! 2021 was a big year, so you gotta cram all that in there.
Yep, I will. So I'm doing good and everything.
several times.
The shirt that you made on Facebook, my friend wants that, Neal.
Oh, I'll have to put that up on Amazon. The
Yep.
Anthony Showbiz T-shirt.
So
He's
I'm
good in
going for an
everything.
interview for a job on Wednesday.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Yep. Gonna get some money,
Nice.
Scratch.
So I'm doing good. I watched I went to the thrift store last week, got me RoboCop 3, Golden Child, and K9.
Sweet.
Yep.
K9.
K9.
Wow. All right.
K9.
You know what? I forgot I was going to get up this morning, but I didn't get enough sleep. I was going to go to I go to a thrift store every week, but I forgot.
Okay. So I'm doing good. I'm gonna go see Michael Jackson, Mortal Kombat, all
I'm
that.
going to see that next week too. Mortal
That's all
Kombat
the
comes out next week.
I thought that was
think
one
2
movie.
weeks.
I thought it was Michael Jackson, Mortal Kombat. Which
Michael Jackson, Mortal Kombat
movie, I think.
Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be fun and everything. I went to a Met game 10 days ago. It was good. The food was
You got all
great.
kinds of stuff going on,
Unfortunately,
Anthony.
it was cold and everything.
Wow. Troy and our mom are going to go see Scream Unseen Monday. So it's a mystery.
Oh, good luck
horror
with that.
movie.
Good luck with that. Tonight I'll be live streaming WrestleMania.
Yeah, you're going to be pirating the pay-per-view for everybody.
No, I got
Nick
my
and I'll be
VPN
watching
ready.
your
I got my snacks ready and everything. So yeah.
Right. Whoa, he's bound.
And boom, that's it.
Mic drop.
He had to scare Stevie off, and then he's
Yeah.
gone.
Are you doing good in everything, Luddite?
I think so.
You on the Wendy's diet?
Yeah, I guess my back don't work.
Are you pumped for WrestleMania? I know you're a big WrestleMania guy.
Yeah.
But bad news, what do you think of Bad News Brown goes in the Hall of Fame and they put him in the legacy thing where
Awesome.
they don't even get an induction though?
Yeah, but at least you do.
He's in, yeah, that's true.
Oh, you kidding me?
Would it
Oh,
hurt
yeah.
them? Couldn't they just say, Stephanie, you could talk for 10? We're going to knock 10 minutes off and we're going to give 5 minutes to Sid's son and 5 minutes to Bad News Brown's,
Exactly.
relative. Or something.
Wouldn't have hurt.
Can you believe they chanted, "We thank you, Vince"? That makes me not want to watch the show.
Well, yeah, if everybody's got a "We Miss You" Vince shirt on, I'm gonna be worried.
Jesus Christ. God. I have really seen the internet.
Maybe they meant Vince Russo. Maybe that's what
Maybe.
they were talking about.
I don't know, but I still haven't watched the Vince Russo Tony Khan podcast.
No, I haven't either.
I am interested. I'm against bringing in Russo to write AEW, but I would not be against bringing him in as like a heel manager or something. I think it'd be kind of funny. He could bring in like just some jackass tag team that's like, who would be a good team for like Vince Russo? Maybe those 80s guys. What are they called? The
somebody.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, he can manage them and the Peacock.
Yep. That would be all right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I got to pull a showbow. So,
All right. Whoa, that's how
I'm talking, everybody.
All right.
Bye, Troy.
All right. So, Vic, I think you were interrupted about your WrestleMania. You're gonna have pizza? You're gonna be watching?
Yeah, we're going over to my son Tim's house. You met Tim in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
He's tomorrow night. They'll be doing a taco bar, but I'm supplying the pizza tonight. So it'll be good times.
Sounds like a good time.
I mean, the wrestling, we'll see.
That's the second best kind of bar.
I mean, if Cody walks out with the belt, it'll ruin my whole night. So, I mean, I just don't. Last night, they were booing everything he said, And they finally had to bring, for some crazy reason on SmackDown, they had to bring Punk out there to fire the crowd up. And that's how they went off the air with Punk and Cody talking in the ring, and they're not even fighting each other. It's just, they need to pull the trigger, like Troy said. Just turn him heel.
Yeah, he's always. I was surprised that it took the crowd this long to turn on him, because he's always had that. When he comes out with like this, he's like, not only does he dress nice, that's fine, but he brags about like how much his stuff costs. Like everything about it is just like, why would people, like a normal person, like cheer for the guy?
And people love Randy Orton.
Yeah, they'll always really like
tonight. No matter what he's done, he could RKO Bambi's mom at this point. He's untouchable. He's going to come out there and 60,000 people are going to be singing his song tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yet they've done. I mean, putting in McAfee, just trying to get people to turn. I mean, they hate McAfee, but they still love Randy. It's a lost cause.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Brian Matthew Clutter wants to know, I'm all set to take the family to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania this weekend, but found out that it's not until next year. What should we do there instead?
That's a competition.
Vic Schiavone, is this the worst WrestleMania bill? I don't think it's the worst of all time, but it's the thing is, I can't realistically answer that because I don't watch the show. So, from what I'm hearing, people who do watch WWE are not excited for the build to WrestleMania, and they're coming off like a super hot period.
That's so painful.
Well,
yeah, but I mean, it's not. It's hard to deny that they were really hot, and they were charging thousands of dollars for tickets, and people were going. So, Brian Matthew Clutter, we have to make the decision to let our good boy Indiana a couple of days ago let go of our good boy. So yeah, they had to let their dog had to be passed away. Just shy of his 15th birthday. We got him within a week or so of moving into our house, and my daughter doesn't know a world without him. He was a great big brother to her, and they were best pals. It will take a long time to get used to him not being around. Question: what are your favorite memories of humane euthanasia, and Jesus? And who from the Headyverse would you like to see humanly euthanized? Damn.
Holy fuck.
That's really dark.
It's never been. I mean, they say you want to be in there with your.
I would never
in there because they say you want to be in there with the pet so that they won't be scared. Because like this guy is supposed to be 15, but he's got liver issues. He probably won't make it.
Yeah.
Could I go in with him? I don't know, but he's been with me since he was 6 weeks old. So
yeah.
So I mean, as far as positive, no.
Yeah, no, it's not like obviously you don't want your pet to suffer, and die, So, but that's too dark of a thing. I mean, but speaking of euthanasia, we've got Jonathan Jackson on the line. Jonathan Jackson! Does he know he's here? Holy shit, don't pull out your dick or something. Hope he doesn't think he's like calling, We can't hear you. I'm sorry. You're all computerized, but
could be AI.
It could be. I thought about bringing on an AI OIB because I think if we would ever mend fences, that would really be a good way to go about it.
I would feel so bothered.
if I had an AI OIB host the show with me every week.
If you're watching this, if Cody turns heel, you've got to come on the next show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah, man up. Be the OIB, not the OI bitch. Alexar, singer Joe Jonas is going to sing the national anthem at WrestleMania. Are you intrigued? I've
Oh,
never heard of that guy. Who the hell is Joe Jonas?
the
Is that-
Jonas
The
Brothers.
Jonas Brothers.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I've never,
I don't know. You can name probably like all like the top 10 like singers in the world, and I don't know who they are. You know, the modern ones. I don't know. So I'm a bad person to ask. I didn't know who the hell Bad Bunny was, but then I've been proven wrong that he's obviously has a big following. So what the hell do I know? I thought it was J. Jonah Jameson.
that would be good. Somebody to sing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Have Spider-Man come out and take him out.
Yeah. Sup, Lexar? Speaking of the Jonas Brothers, we got the number one Jonas Brother fan here, Lady Lexar.
Oh, God.
I know who the Jonas Brothers are, but I have no. I don't watch any of their content.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either. So I would not be able to name one song, honestly.
Me neither. But I do know who they are. They're from New Jersey.
So
My
you
home
pumped
state. My home state. They're from New Jersey.
hometown.
Unbelievable.
My hometown.
In TNA, there's this character, the hometown man, and
His name's
I'm
the
not kidding.
hometown man.
They put him under a mask,
Put the
And
belt
he-
on the hometown man.
and he will wear a sports jersey in whatever the town they're in. But it's like
I've never seen this guy, but I'm in full support of this gimmick. I love it.
yeah. You should hear his theme music. It's AJ Styles' like very first theme song when he was in TNA, but they remixed it. It's like the hometown man. You should watch it.
All right, I'm into it.
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the hilarious thing is
I
the
hope he's at
sports
the next. He should be at the next Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia.
the sports jerseys that he wears is not from like a major NFL, NBA.
Oh, he wears
They're
like
all
D-League
minor
teams?
leagues. They're all minor
It
leagues.
gets better and better. He has like the Lobsters for if he's in Boston. That's like the minor league basketball team. The D League,
Yeah,
elementary league. Ludite,
he
what were you
will-
trying to say?
He'll most likely wear that. The minor league Boston Lobsters.
The Lobsters, yeah. Ludite?
You make Shane Douglas wanted in ECW. That's what he wanted.
Really? I love it. I'm going to be really disappointed if I see this guy and he doesn't live up to all my expectations.
You wanted to wear a different jersey everywhere you went, and he was a practice of that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Cena kind of did that too when he was doing the throwbacks. He would always wear the throwbacks of the local team. But I like just really like just telling you. Oh, damn, man. Christian Lexar, if we take the show on the road, I'm going to do that. I'm going to start wearing like but I like the idea of it being like some minor league or like wear like the local like bowling like league like hat or something. Lexar wants to know if TNA is being criticized for pulling 2 wrestlers for competing in 2 matches for a memorial show at WrestleCon during WrestleMania weekend. They pulled Leon Slater from facing Ricochet and Nick Nemeth from facing MJF. Yeah, I'd say I don't like that kind of stuff, especially if it's a memorial show. Maxwell even criticized TNA, telling them that they pay peanuts and pulling wrestlers from shows to make money. Thoughts? Yeah, I think that sucks. And they're not even part of WWE, but they kiss ass to the WWE. So they're WWE cucks.
WWE Light, what the internet says.
AEW's partnered with the NFL to make lucha masks for the NFL teams. I like that. That's pretty cool. I'd wear someone get me a Patriots mask. I'll wear it on the show. Or get me one for every state, and I'll be the hometown podcast. Lexar. Liv Morgan says that she and Dominic Mysterio are better than Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man. I think that's nice.
Seriously.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Lexar, former WWE superstar Matt Riddle says he'll fight anyone in American freestyle wrestling. Are you intrigued? I don't think I could ever be intrigued by anything that man does. That would probably be the only thing worse than like Pat McAfee if it was Matt Riddle. Like if the guy on the phone was Matt Riddle, like, oh fuck.
Unless he's done it by Vince Russo.
But Matt Riddle, I will say unfortunately, Matt Riddle is a pretty good wrestler. So. Lexar, Stephen Borden, Sting's son, making his MLP debut Friday. Are you intrigued? I am, and I posted a clip of that in the group. He looked great. He did the Stinger splash, and he did the bulldog, how Sting used to do it, where you would just kind of grab the guy's head and drop it into the mat instead of like the headlock. So, yeah, I am hopeful that he makes it. I like it.
I wish Howard Borden would wrestle.
What's that? Oh, Sting. Yeah.
I wish Howard Borden would wrestle.
Lexar, Yoshi Kishimoto, director of the classic wrestling arcade game WWE WrestleFest, passed away. Thoughts? That's actually my favorite wrestling game. I like the more cartoony graphics, and I always thought the graphics were just perfect for me in that game. Lexar, Alberto Del Rio is in jail in Mexico for domestic violence. Reportedly tried to kill his wife for alleged affair. Thoughts? I mean, I am anti domestic violence. I'm going to go on record.
Way to take it down.
Yeah. I mean, isn't it obvious at this point that this guy's just not a good guy? Like,
psycho.
I heard Conan talk about him before, and he's like, in Mexico, we're not all snowflakes, so we don't care about this stuff. It's like, is this a real great bragging point? Like, I don't really think being against beating your wife, your girlfriend, makes you a snowflake.
Yeah.
Lexar, former TNA employee, has claimed that the company had to give away free tickets to fill an arena in 2025.
That's widely known.
Yeah, it's pretty well known. And I mean, they're not the first company to do that either. So.
Hey,
WWE's done that too. So pretty much, probably every company in history has done that. With WrestleMania this weekend, can Neal visit WWE shop site for checking out? You know what? I'll do that on the next live show. I have to get going after we run through these questions because I am very hungry and I got to get dinner on before WrestleMania.
Hungry like the wolf.
Man, I might come back live after WrestleMania tonight too. Do you prefer hot weather or cold weather? I used to always be more cold guy, but as I get older, I have to say, do you prefer the warm weather?
Yep.
We had hot weather in the Northeast throughout the week. It reached like almost 90 degrees last Wednesday.
Yeah, it was warm, and then it's actually kind of chilly again today. I don't know.
It's supposed to be 39 here tomorrow night. So.
Lexar, do you blow kisses? Whose kisses? Oh, do you blow kisses to females? I mean, not really, no. Like just walk around like randomly blowing kisses to people. It's kind of a creepy thing to be doing.
Oh, I thought they were asking Lexar.
Do you, Lexar? Do you blow kisses to women when you see them?
I blowed into strippers one time.
You blew a stripper?
No, blow kisses to strippers.
Oh, Jonathan Jackson! Yeah! Thank you.
Yeah, I heard about this laptop thing. What happened?
So it is currently working, but I know it's It's been on its last legs here for a year, I think. So, at least I've got it working at the moment. So it's given me some time to look instead of just buying one like boom, I'm gonna get this one. Now I can look into them and give me a little bit of time. But yeah, we're gonna have to get the new laptop here soon, and I appreciate that. Now there are some people on the internet that are like, this guy's a grifter. And it's like, no, I'm gonna buy it regardless. But if people who enjoy the podcast would like to help out, I would appreciate it.
Staples sometimes have like sales.
I'd probably get Best. I don't know. I always have a good look with Best Buy, honestly, but we'll see Best Buy or Amazon or something. And thank you, Vic Schiavone, and some Without Your Head people who I will mention on that. Have you ever wondered what happened to your old classmates from high school? Do you keep up with them? I do keep up with some of them on Facebook, and the first person that I dated after I lost a lot of weight was a girl I went to high school with. Sorry.
You still with her now?
No.
Oh man.
That's why he said the first person he dated, not the person I'm dating right now.
Right, exactly. This was pre-pandemic, so 2019 or something. Lexar, flip-flops or Crocs? Neither. I'm not a fan of either of those things. I've never tried Crocs, to be fair. I do have friends who say they're very comfortable. I've never tried them. I need shoes with a good support because I walk a lot. So I almost always just wear sneakers. I do have a couple pairs of boots. I've never been a fan of flip flops. I do not like them at all, and I've never worn Crocs. Bruce Briscoe, do you think AEW is squandering Will Ospreay? I don't think squandering is the right word, but I do think they are booking him poorly, or not to his max potential. Lexar, the Powerball tickets are expanding to the United Kingdom. Really? That's weird. Are they just gonna? They must have just gonna have their own lottery.
No, it's one jackpot for both countries, America and United Kingdom.
Really?
And all those countries, yeah.
That's very strange. Bruce Briscoe, can Anthony Chobot stop flooding in your head group with all his posts? Yeah, I try to limit that, but it runs out every once in a while. I love Chobo. Lexar, Jake Hager, former WWE and AEW star, is going to make his power slap. Honestly, I feel that's very sad. It's like someone who was like an athlete and a wrestler, and that's got to be just like the last stop. Like now I just slap people and I get slapped in the face.
Except for conventions.
Yeah. Well, I would rather do conventions and just get slapped in the face. It's like in Boogie Nights when Dirk Diggler's just like shown his dick in like in cars and like parking lots or something.
Here's the thing: Jake Hager won his first fight in power slap.
It's not a fight. Yeah. He won his first slapping.
Yeah, he just. But afterwards, he said "fuck Tony Khan" on camera.
Yeah, and what's he doing? He's fuck Tony Khan. I have the passion to get slapped in the face, like the most brain dead sport in the world. You literally stand there with your hands behind your back and you slap each other. If Intro would continue to be on the show within your head, would Neal continue to show AI videos of himself and Intro? I'd show them of me, no problem whatsoever. Look, if Intro told me like he legit had like issues with something, like I wouldn't show them on the show. This has come up before when he's had issues with people and things. And, all the blue guy stopped. That's why he quit. I'm not an unreasonable person. Lexar, do you have any superstitions, and what are they? I want to say no, not really, but I probably do if I think about it. I'd have to think about it. I think there's probably stuff I do, but do you, Lexar?
If I have a bad day, I probably will never wear the shirt or jean ever again. Or if I have to put it, wash it multiple times to get the bad feelings
The
away.
mojo out of it.
Yep.
You're like, I gotta
times.
wash this white shirt.
Mhm. Put it in the washer. Get the bounty.
I like that though. All right. How about your mom? Does she have like any rituals or superstitions?
No, she doesn't believe in that crap.
Okay. Do you take naps? Yes. I as I've gotten older, I do like the nap. Sometimes I do take the power nap. I used to always hear people talk about that, and it didn't make sense. But sometimes before the show, I take a power nap. Yeah, that's gonna be my new show, the Power Nap. Jake Hagar, come and join Power Nap. The Power Nap, where people like take a nap and then like see who cannot get woken up. Like there's a guy like sawing down a tree and stuff.
That's not a coma.
Alexa, which sponsorships logo would you like to see on WrestleMania canvas? In your head, obviously. Nikhil, report TNA President Carlos Silva unhappy about AEW Collision airing at the same time as Thursday Night Impact and pulled TNA talent. Oh, that's why he pulled the talent. I thought he pulled them because they were WWE people. I don't know. I guess I could see it, but it was probably nothing to do with them. It's probably just the station, had to move stuff around. Carlos Silva, the TNA president, isn't mad at AEW. Carlos isn't even a TNA guy. Wait a minute. Now he's contradicting his own first question. He's a WWE puppet. Okay, who literally yeah, that's probably true. It's mad to think guys back in the day would have injuries like the ones Ospreay had and Kyle Fletcher had, or even vomited during the night like Adam Cole was, and just took pills and got. Yeah, I agree. We like to look back at the old days and be like, oh, you could be a man and just fight through this stuff. But those guys died young or ended up, cripples. So. I mean, look, Paul Orndorff, we could see visibly his arm atrophied and he had no muscle in the one arm because he didn't take time off, to heal it. It's pretty sad, the whole TNA situation. For like 20 years, there were this force of nature that nobody could kill. So many bullets hit the ship. The rudder would be blown off, but it's still sailing on. Now it's just another WWE puppet fed. Can you finally say TNA is dead? I guess you can't because they're running shows, but it's never worked out in the favor of any company that's worked with WWE. They always end up being eaten by WWE. You probably could say that for any company in general that works for like a bigger company. The bigger company always ends up eating it. Wrestling Observer News. Lance Archer's AEW contract is set to expire in July. Archer has been in AEW since 2020. I hope he resigns. Do you? Nothing against Lance Archer, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think he adds anything to the show. I don't want to be a dick. He seems like a nice guy. He's been on the show, but I mean, he's been there for 6 years and has done absolutely nothing. Is he suddenly going to start doing something? No. TLC match between the Young Bucks, FTR, Copeland, and Cage could be the double or nothing route. I think you should do singles feuds between, or single, tag feuds between Copeland and Cage versus FTR and versus the Young Bucks before you would do a three-way. Anaconda was released 29 years ago today. Were you a fan? I was not, but now prefer the second one. I was, but now prefer. Yeah, I liked the Anaconda back in the day. New one's pretty fun. On this day in 2000, Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo made their returns to WCW as part of the reboot of the company on Nitro. Were you excited? I was excited, but I quickly found out it was not good. It sucked. I mean, was I excited to see it? Like I was hoping it would be good, but Don Callis was asked if he's recruiting any female members for the Don Callis family right now. I'm heavily focused on the lads. I'm trying to get to 18 members so we can do a big celebrity softball game. He's just clearly joking around. Adding more members does not help. Cut out, there's like easily half the members you could cut out, and it would make the team better. It would make the group better, not worse. The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, in theaters December 2027. Huh. Well, you watch. I definitely will watch it. That's interesting, though, because that'll be Lord of the Rings not based on any source material. It'll be like all new stuff. So I don't know. Sometimes that is a recipe for disaster, but I'm sure there's times it's worked out. Sources indicate that J.C. Jane, Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, and Sol Ruca have all been discussed for main roster call-ups recently. Your thoughts? I'm not sure who J.C. Jane is. Ethan Page, I just don't think is ever going to be anything.
I thought Joe Hendry had already been called up.
Yeah, Joe Hendry definitely has potential. I think they've really just have gone way past like the time that he had to be like a real like something. I don't know who Sol Ruca is either. Sorry, sadly enough. Wikipedia. We did WrestleMania predictions already. Don Callis said, are his best companies ever worked for. AEW's the best companies ever worked for and loves the current role. Thoughts? Probably. Good for him. I can't say always. I was not a fan of his in WWE and the Truth Commission. But I don't think I was even a fan of his after that. But I was a big fan of his in ECW and everything. I mean, yeah, ECW and since then. And it's hard to say he's the best manager when Paul Heyman's around, but he gets tremendous heel heat. He is a great manager. In 1997, 2 Volcano movies went head-to-head. Dante's Peak versus Volcano. I love both films. Do you? I've never really been a big like disaster movie fan. I know like they kind of every decade they become popular again for a little while. On this day, 5 years ago, the following were released: Chelsea Green, Samoa Joe. Well, so Chelsea Green went back. Samoa Joe went back, then went back to AEW. Mojo Rawley, I think he just never went anywhere since. The Iconics, I've never been a fan, but I know a lot of people like him. Tucker, I think, just left the business. Kalisto, he might still wrestle, I'm not sure. Bo Dallas, who did come back. Wesley Blake, I don't even know who that is. You have a favorite memory of Wesley Blake, Lexar?
I don't remember who he is.
I don't know either. Do you have a favorite Tucker moment?
I just only remember him and Otis, and Otis used to like call him Tucky. Hey, Tucky.
My
And the
favorite
story
memory is Intra meeting him at the
that's what I was about to say. Intermeeting him at one of the restaurants, and
Bees or whatever. Yeah.
and Incher lied about going to the show, but he
Yeah.
didn't go.
Yeah, that's Lexar's. That's OIB's known for lying. WrestleMania weekend. I'm so distant from. I like to get those little jabs in there. WrestleMania weekend. I'm so distant from WWE. No, we love Venture, even if he is dishonest. WrestleMania weekend. I'm so distant from WWE, I might not watch. I'll be honest, I was probably not going to watch until I found out that I have it on my cable already. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. I never watched Night 2 from last year. I don't think that's the only WrestleMania thing I've never watched.
Well, the card was amazing up until Cena and Rhodes. That was a stinker.
Yeah. All right. So, WrestleMania in a few hours. I'm going to go make a spiral ham. Going to watch WrestleMania. And then I think I'm, instead of live streaming, I think I'm going to come back after it's over and we'll do a post show for night 1 and we'll do the same thing for night 2. So come on back here to Without Your Head. It'll probably be about a half hour after it's over. I'll, get stuff ready. So are you guys pumped? WrestleMania. Yeah. Pump it up. Boom. Are you watching it, Lexar? Are you going to be able to see it?
Yep. I got it all ready on the
It's at
ESPN
6, right?
app.
2 hours?
Yep. No, they're gonna air it on ESPN for the first hour for free, but then afterwards they're gonna put it on the ESPN app. But they're also gonna show the entirety of WrestleMania on the ESPN app.
It starts at 6, right?
Yeah, that's what they said. It started at 6.
6 Eastern, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll be back later on tonight. Thank you, Jonathan Jackson. Thank you, Vic Schiavone. We got a bunch of people to thank on Without Your Head for IMDb credit stuff. I'm going to give Vic a month of IMDb credit too. And a shout out here to some folks. Let's see here. Shout out. I got to remember to always do that. To the $2 power washer. Phoenix Turn 7. Chaos Theory 9. Eric Everett. Hans Zucker. Lestor. Borman. Oh, I think the lurker is here, actually. We've got the lurker here with us. Is the lurker going to speak? Is or he just here to lurk? Borman, Terry Lynn, the VSW, Girth Brooks, Tuesday Night Booker, Girth Brooks, Tuesday Night Booker, Double Guns, Toronto Stevie, Mikey B, Nate G, the Sandman, and to our producers, Brian Matthew Clutter and the Lurker. All right. Any last words, Lurker, or did you just want to pop on screen to lurk? I guess that was pretty cool. He's living up to the name. He popped in to actually lurk into the show. All right. Join us. Watch WrestleMania or note, and tune in after the show. And I'll come on here. I'll probably send the link out right away, and we can all go over the show together. How's that sound?
Yeah.
All right.
Take me about 30 minutes to get home. So
all right. And so we'll be live. I think we're going to be regular show this week, Tuesday. Then I'll be live tonight and tomorrow after WrestleMania. Then the regular show Tuesday. The week after that, or maybe we'll do Wednesday every night. I don't know. But the week after that, we'll be back on Wednesday night, and we will have Dusty Wolf on the show, longtime WWF enhancement talent, journeyman. He was there for many years. He was Dusty Wolf, renamed Dale Wolf when they brought in Dusty Rhodes because they didn't want two Dusties, and they actually even wrestled each other once. Dale Wolf and Dusty Rhodes. He was one of the Doink the Clowns. He has a book out where he's traveled the world for it was like almost 30 years as a professional wrestler to 25 different countries, wrestled on indies, but like I said, he was an enhancement talent in WWF and in the NWA. And it's going to be a cool interview. I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be not this coming week, but the week after. Also working to put together the 6-hour Maxathon with Max Payne, which we are going to cover from him growing up throughout his entire career as a collegiate wrestler, being one of the only Americans to go to the dojos in Japan where he trained with Chris Benoit, wrestling in Germany, wrestling in the States, in Memphis and Continental, going on to WCW, Bill Watts, and his blowout. Something happened with him and Cactus Jack, which he's never really talked about before. We're going to talk about that. Man Mountain Rock, leaving wrestling, stuff with the Click, some stuff that we've touched on, but he's actually going to tell stories that he's never told before. So that's going to be really cool. Some other people are going to be coming on the show. I believe Barry Horowitz will be coming on the show soon. That'll be fun. And so check that out. Go to the Facebook group. Subscribe here. Hit the like button. We'll be back later on tonight. All right. Bye, everybody.
Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, drink, drink. And a fight, fight, fight. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, drink, drink. And a fight, fight, fight. Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre was great. He was not bad. A great big heart and a great big man. Andre was big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not small. No, no, no. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink, drink, drink. And a fight, fight, fight. Andre the Giant.
From Grenoble, France.